Well, hello, my YouTube and Facebook friends and family. I am hoping that this goes live in both places. Not sure. Okay. I wanted to try to do a live through both places because I have so many people that I like to talk to in both places. So we are going to continue with the journals I've been working on. This here is my journal. Let me see what pictures I have to add to this one. Oh, well, I'm definitely going to do the horse one because we know I love my horses. These are pictures that are out of copyright that you can actually use for journaling purposes. Let me go through here. What can we put in here? I don't know if one of these will fit, but I'll try it. Come on, get in there. Well, that fits in there nice. Well, hello, hello. Hey, Metro. Let me get over here to YouTube. It's exciting because this is the first time I've done a live on my Facebook page. So I'm going to be kind of all over the place on my Facebook page. Oop, forgot to mute my phone. So let me get my hugs in. Of course, my computer is going to be like, hey, Verna. Let me get you in here. Got to do my hugs first. And you're okay to use emojis here. I allow it. Because I like emojis. Hey, Katots. And one thing nice about being blue is you can right click and go right to people's channels and check them out. But I will put links in too. Hey, Neil. Welcome in. I have been meeting and networking with some really awesome channels. I'm telling you. Oof. So let me get Metro's channel in here. All I can say is there is great networking streams. Go to Metro's Live and you'll meet some cool people. I'm going to get your channels in here. Hey, Bonnie. Yes, you had asked me in the last live stream. I do go back and read my live streams. Yes, I'm on your channel, Bonnie. I have met so many people here lately. It's taking me forever to make rounds, but I am getting there. James was talking on his stream today about how the grind is, and he's not joking. When you go to network, it is a lot of grinding. You got to get yourself out there and go to people's channels and leave comments. Here's Verna's channel. Let me get you in here. And people who are on Facebook, I'm also live on YouTube. So you're going to hear me mention people's names. You're going to be like, huh? And that's, I'm promoting promoting other YouTube channels. I'm on my road to 3K. And just to show you guys, it is definitely up and down. Within 10 minutes last night, my subscriber count was, because I'm on my road to 3K, my subscriber count last night was 2,910. And in 10 minutes, it dropped to 2,893. That's how fluctuating YouTube is. Used to be you had to have like 10 or 20 extra people to keep your number. Well, they've been really dumping, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, because today when I was in the stream, I was seeing people I subscribed to yesterday that I was unsubscribed from, and I didn't do it. So it's always good when you're in a networking stream, always double check. Even if you just subscribed to them the night before, double check, because it unsubscribed me from 3 people, and it wasn't me. So it was definitely YouTube that took me off their channel for some reason. Let me get, if you want to network your channel, I'm going to promote these 2 channels because they're amazing. And I have met some really cool people through both streams. And if you want to, you can pass the channels along. We have James Gabe's channel. And there's another channel that I also like to go to. Of course, it's wee hours in the morning because of the time change. But he is a blast. If you can get in, let me get his stream in here too. I constantly pick on Kulakoi because he's just so much fun. I've never seen someone with so much energy. This is Kolakoi's channel, and they have been helping me tremendously. Both of them. Hey, Kristen. So if you want 2 really great network channels, Kolakoi's channel is really good too. Crafting with Kristen, how are you? My youngest daughter's name's Kristen. I'm not sure who will show up on my Facebook, if anybody. I don't know what it is, but I think it's hard to get support from local people for some reason. Why is that? Yes. Beware of bots. That is so true. So what I'm doing today is I'm just going to add some of these. I did these the other day. I printed these off, so I'm going to stick some in my journal. I really like the architecture. Look at that building. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a church. And let's go back here. Here, we'll stick the bicycle one in here. These are all pictures from Paris or France. Let me see here. That are a free copyright use. You can find some really cool site where your images are free. Look how beautiful that is. Oof. It's like the inside of a church. We'll put that there. So my journal is going to be bare compared to the other one that I plan on selling, and I've been working on both of them. So we'll put these aside. And the one that I'm working on that I'm selling is over here. I've been having so much fun making these. So this is what it looks like. I've had a couple people ask me about them, but I don't know when I'm going to sell them yet. And then I've been debating if I should put something here. Like I need to have something here. I don't know if I want to cover that background though, because I kind of like it. I mean, I could go with the solid color, but this here is actually pretty in itself. So, you know, I might add a pocket or something here. I don't know. This is turning out really pretty. And if you are new to my channel, I create junk journals where people can use these to decorate. You can write in them as a regular journal. You can use them as a glue book. You could do all kinds of things with these. So I did this tag and I used an unlayered napkin. And this was a girl that somebody sent me in a Happy Mail as a thank you. And I used Nuvo drops and a button. And then this was the picture that I found to go with this. And this is cool because I ran it through my Big Shot machine. This is actually upcycled cardboard off of like a frozen dinner meal, frozen pizza box. And that's what's nice is these type of journals are called junk journal for a reason. You can use new items in them. You can use junky items in it. I'm a combination. Then I had this little altered paper clip that I just added fabric to. This was a picture that I found that could be used as a secret place to journal. And I love that envelope. It's so pretty. So I put this in here as an add-on. You just got to make sure that when you do these, you put your, initials or something in it so people know you made them. I hide mine. And then this here is another card. I made this one out of my comfort zone because I'm really not a pink girl, but I kind of wanted to shabby this a little bit, something different. So one thing that's nice is that you can test yourself. And then this here was a little envelope I made out of a page of a book. And then there is a piece. I think I'm going to back this with some of my coffee dyed paper to turn that into a journaling spot. Because you can use magazine pages. You can use whatever you want. And then here's the signature. And then this here I did with my Big Shot machine. I have dies to do those. And these are just pages you can write, put pictures in. And then this here is a side tuck that I made. It's like a little secret place. And then that's back with my dyed paper. And then this I had fun with. This was something different. I really had fun playing with beads and adding them to this particular one. And this was also done with a napkin. You don't realize how much art you have in items you use every day. And then this was just a card I ran off. And then through the book, it's just blank pages for now, except for this. This is my belly band. And I had made the belly band here. And then there's 3 tucks. These slide down into the tucks as a decoration. They can be journaled on too. And you just flip through. Here's another one. I had fun with my embossing folders I got onto this plain paper. And then this is the Eiffel Tower charm. And then there's another card. And here we go. This was a digital set that I had bought. So we are still working in this one. Okay, let me read the chat. I got to catch up. Hey, Funko Pop Ohana. I like visiting Ohana when I get the chance. She's so cool. The Funko Pop community is so awesome too. Let me get her channel in here too. Ohana's channel. I remember the first time I found the Funko Pop channels. I just love Rebel. She's so awesome. You're welcome, Ohana. She I never had a Funko Pop. And she just thought that was the biggest sin in the world. And Rebel goes, I can't believe you don't own a Funko Pop. So she wanted me to send her my address. I think it was, I can't remember if it's Instagram or I emailed it to her. And she mailed me my very first Funko Pop. She had a few of them extra, and she says, no way can somebody in the world not have a Funko Pop. So she did. And I believe it was one of the Care Bears, or was Grumpy. What is it? Was it Grumpy Bear? I don't know, but it was so funny because I showed my husband, said, look, she even picked the one that matched you. And he goes, ha ha, you're funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she sent me my first Funko Pop. And now I have like 5 of them or 6 of them. I'm not going to go hog wild with Funko Pops. I only have a few. I have a couple My Little Ponies. I have the Sleepy Time Care Bear, and I have the Grumpy Care Bear. I think it's Grumpy. Isn't it Grumpy? I don't know. There's a Grumpy one. And then I have a couple more that I haven't opened yet. Ohana. So funny. I look at some of these people, they have a wall to wall. It's like, holy crap. It is cool to see all the different Funkos, but you know what? I wrote into Funko Pop, I went into the company and asked them if they would do the California raisins. I think the California raisin dudes would be so cute as Funko Pops. The one that has the saxophone and stuff, they used to have bendable ones, but I don't know if they'll do them or not. So if you know the Funko Pop sellers, go tell them. Go say, hey, make the California raisin dudes. I asked them. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Ohana. Funko Pop world. I know it's funny because my grandsons got into collecting the Pokemons. And now I have one saying, oh, I love Funko Pops. I thought, oh my gosh, here we go. I never heard of Funko Pops till I came to YouTube. They are cute though. I have the Hamburglar. Oh, Anna, I got the Hamburglar. Let me see. I think it's right over here somewhere. Maybe. But these are the California raisins. I had collected these 2 so far. These are the California raisin dudes I have. Aren't they cute? I think they're cute. And then here's my little Hamburglar. This was from years this was from years ago in a kids meal. I have a few. No, I don't know where I put the Hamburglar. He's around here somewhere. But his head's like really orange. But I have a few. Just a few little items. But this is my main one. He sits beside me, but he's not a Funko Pop. This is my Cookie Monster beanie bag. Ooh, I think he is so stinking cute. Somebody sold him on the Whatnot app. Look at that grin. It is so cheesy. Who could resist it? So he sits beside me. That's my little cookie monster. But anyways, let's see. I was going to cover this, but I don't think I want to. I kind of like that. I'm going to have to think of an idea for maybe like a pocket right here. I do have something come in the mail because I wanted to fix this before I add it. I want to put a little Velcro tab on this. But I watched Julie do her art, and I made this off of an idea she had in her stream out of Little Book Pages. I thought that was cute, but it needs a closure. And I'm going to add this somewhere into this journal. And then this is my pink dyed paper. And I put it in the center of this smile. I'm going to add this somewhere. And then I have this. I thought this would look cute, like right in here somewhere. And this is a little bag. And yes, it does open. But I thought this would be cute. To put like a tag or something in. I don't know. But that bag, I think this bag is cute. So what page can I put this on? I don't know if I want to stick it right in the front. But we have a signature. I try to decorate. Okay, this has got decorations on it already. That's got one so far. I always do a flip through the front and the back before I finish these. So this one doesn't have one. So we shall put this somewhere in the signature so it has a decoration. Maybe right here. Or we could do it. I don't know if I like that or on a cream or a white page. We can put it there. We'll leave it in a cardstock piece. I'm so happy I finally got a new glue bottle because my other one, I have to keep banging it. I guess it doesn't matter. You can go down this way. And we'll put this right here. And I'm going to use this just to hold it up. I don't think it'll seep through, but we never know. Come on, get in there. just for the purpose of, I don't know how thin this bag is, so I don't know if the glue seeps through it or not, so it's a chance you take. So we'll put that there, or we could do, I don't know if this will fit or not. Maybe too, no, it's too wide. We'll just leave this in here for now. Just to be sure the glue don't stick. So that's pretty. So it's pretty much all about decorating. I don't know why this happens, but I keep getting a retry in the middle of my chat like it goes out. All right, Metro, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping. Okay, wonder what you can do with chipboard other than die cuts. You know, Kristen, if you're still in here, I don't really care for chipboard. That's just my personal preference. If it's for like the front of a cover, maybe I'll use it, but I try to stay as flat as I can so things aren't so bulky. But somebody told me it depends on what your chipboards look like. If they have pictures on them that you can tear a layer off and make it flat, but I know people didn't like that because I think they were ripping. So some of these companies have been coming out with, if you hadn't noticed, I don't know whose sales you go to, but when they make the paper pads, like the 12 by 12s and the 8 by 8s, 6 by 6s, they have clear die cuts now. They had the paper, and now they're going towards cardstock. And I think the cardstock is kind of replacing the chipboard a little bit. That's the only thing that I don't like is when I go into a sale, sometimes it doesn't say on the packages if they're chipboard or not, and sometimes they do. So I have bought some thinking they were regular die cuts, and they come in and they were chipboard, and I'm like, ugh, because I am not big on chipboard. There's a lot of people out there that love it, but it's not my favorite thing. So I try not to buy them. But I don't know. I think that there's people that might use them if they decorate treasure boxes, because some people like to make boxes. That you could actually make boxes to put your journals into, and you could probably use chipboard to decorate them. But I don't buy it. And two, certain dyes I've noticed they have to be specific for specific things. Like, and I didn't know this when I bought my thing because I didn't watch a video. I was terrible about getting the details. But when I bought my first Big Shot machine, I didn't know that you had to buy different types of dyes to cut through fabric and everything else. So some of the dyes I have won't even put a dent in fabric. It's like for paper only. And then there's some that you can use on fabric. And then there's, because as I seen where it had different things, and I'm thinking, what? And I tried a couple on fabric before and it didn't do nothing. I was like, crap. So I realized there's thin, thicker, like I'm still learning, but it's all good because most of the time I use mine just on paper and cardstock. But there is times it would be cool to cut out a shape in fabric, and well, I had to buy some more expensive dyes for that because usually it's the Sizzix, it's the thicker that you can do, and the Tim Holtz you're supposed to be able to cut fabric with, but cheaper dyes just don't allow it. But I do love my die cut machine. And since we're in Paris, I'm going to see if one of these matches. I think I bought this stuff off of Pearl. She had these. Look how cute these hearts are. I don't know if they'll fit. on one of the pages or not, but this is like one of the reasons why I wish dyes would work. On fabric. I forget what I was trying to cut out one time because I don't really cut a lot of fabric, but I was trying to and it didn't work. And I thought, boo-hoo. But since Paris is supposed to be the city of romance, I don't know if I can find. Oh, that's pretty. We'll put this in here. I think these were cut maybe for quilting, but I liked them. And she had these for sale in her live. That's why I like switching around, going to different live streams, because each person has something different. When I shop with different people, that's why I do it. I mean, I could, I really don't want to put that right next to that. Let's put green here. It looks pretty on a green page, though. Either green or, wow, that's a little too late. I don't want it to clash. We'll go back to the green one. That's pretty. I like that flower. So that could be left. Thank you. That could be left just like it is, or I could turn it into a pocket, but we'll just leave it like it is because I don't want it to. I don't want to turn it into a pocket because it'll probably sag it out if you kept stretching it. So we'll just leave this. I like these little bottles of Alina's that they sell at the Dollar Tree, even though I do like my clear glue too. So I can smooth this out. Because Fabri-Tac will probably work on this too. We'll just leave this as a decoration. I love going through these journals and figuring out where I'm going to put what and decorate it with what. It's fun. And I don't think I have any of my paints up here. This is what I wanted to try. I don't know if I have one of my brushes up here or not. I know I don't have my... Ooh, I do. I don't have my gun up here, my blow dryer gun looking thing. So we're going to put this aside for a second because I haven't played with this stuff before. So I'm going to do it in my journals as a demonstration because I don't care if mine's messed up, but I don't want to mess that one up. So where can I put this? How about here? This is going to be interesting. I actually cut this. I use this to cut out different hearts. So we'll take this. I don't have any. Let me see what I have up here. Hold on. I don't have any paper clips, so not beside me anyways. So we'll use this. I have to do this on the edge. And then put this one over here. Got to work with what you got to work with. Let me see who's in here. Hey, Joni. How are you this evening? Thank you, Tim. And hey, Tim. I was in the middle of the live stream when I seen your pop-up come up in my corner, Tim. It says, I'm finally out of YouTube jail. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was like, what? He got out of jail. Hey, they have YouTube jail. They have Facebook jail. Okay, so tonight we're going to play with something new. And this is going to be very delicately done. We're going to play with Ocean Blue stencil butter. Cannot remember who I bought this off of, but we're going to play. And I'm going to do it in my journal, like I said, because I don't care if mine gets messed up. So it's going to be backwards because I'm a lefty. That's not an excuse. It's the truth. It's really hard to do this when this isn't like totally flat. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. Like Tim says on Project Runway, make it work. Okay. I made my own stencil of hearts. So it's okay if this gets messed up and ends up in the garbage. But a lot of times, usually if you take like a sprayed alcohol and you clean your stuff off, it should clean it right off. So I'm going to flatten this as best I can. Guess I should have had a book or something under this, but it is what it is. Since I'm just playing in it, I wanted to add a little texture. I've been getting into a little bit of texture modes when I've been doing my journals. Like when I did my goth one, oh my God, I love that goth one. I have it sitting downstairs propped up and it looks gorgeous. I still can't believe that came from my brain. You ever create something and be like, I didn't do that? Because it's a beautiful journal. I shocked myself. I think I shocked a few other people too. I know I did me. I was like everybody else's work better than mine. I bought these really cute punches. I believe it was off of Amazon. And I really like them. So when I punch little things out, I keep this and use them as my stencils. I think I did this for Valentine's Day journal that I made. I'm not paying attention to the chats. Bear with me. I've played with Nuvo Mousses, which is one of my favorite products, usually when I do this. But this time I wanted to do the butter. There's so many different fun things to play with out there. It's crazy. They have paste and butters and all kinds of groovy stuff. This is my first time with paste. Do not want to make a mess. Okay. Don't have my blow dryer up here. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove this bull clip, this bull clip, and oh, how cute that is. Isn't that cutesy? Okay. I don't know how fast this is going to dry because I didn't search it. Okay. Let me put this somewhere. But look how cute that is. I mean, they're not perfect hearts, but that's okay. Because this wasn't like with a legit stencil. But hey, look at the shimmer on that stuff. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. But trial and error is how you learn as a crafter. You just got to play with stuff. Okay. Let me see here. Let me go back. Tim leaves me novels. Oh my goodness. You know what I tell people when I go to YouTube, Joe, or Facebook, Joe, their food sucks. Yep, I know they don't. What's even bad is if you're not monetized, they still don't allow you to have free speech. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. That's terrible, Joni. There was a number they would block too. If a person would say 1 to 100, and if people would type 88 in, it was blocked out. Something to do with Nazi. I don't know. Somebody told me once, but I can't remember. And I was like, really? You're going to blame the number 88 for something that somebody titled it to a bad thing? I don't know. Stuff like that doesn't make sense to me. Oh my goodness. See, that's what I mean. It kills me because we don't have free speech. That's a lie. We don't. I mean, I know that there's people that abuse free speech, but I'm not talking about this kind of stuff. I mean, people abuse free speech when they cuss people out and stuff like that. That to me is abuse of free speech, depending on how it's used. But I think it's crazy that you can say certain things and they say that we have the right to free speech. Well, what the hell kind of free speech are we allowed to have? I want to see that in writing. What are we allowed to say? And if you ask that question, then guess what? We don't have free speech. And that's the truth of it, too. It really is. You know, I sit here sometimes and I look at some scenarios. I don't know if you guys ever watch Chicago PD or any of those cop shows. And I was watching a clip of SVU, Law and Order SVU. I love that show. They have all the episodes on Peacock of both shows. And let me tell you, I totally understand why people have the cage on Chicago PD. And I understand why people get really upset with those jobs. And it was really sad because I don't know if their stories are based on true stories, but I'm sure some of the stuff could happen. But they had some shows on that were absolutely, oh my God, I would have punched somebody, literally. I don't know how they keep their cool sometimes. I don't. It's crazy some of the cases that they show and what people get away with. Hey, Alsol. Welcome to my channel. Let me get your link in here. You know what's sad? And I don't mean to be rude, but I like rainbows and I don't understand why it has to be attached to any meaning. You know what I mean? Except to be sunshiny. Because I love the rainbow. And my goodness, you attach it to anything now and they think you're gay pride. And it's like, really? I like rainbows because I like rainbows. Yes, that's what I mean. It's sad that they attach things to things. Hey, Nikki. There's sweet, beautiful Nikki. I love watching Nikki. Nikki, never underestimate yourself. She actually is such a blast when she does her chatting and makeup. Nikki, do you ever watch the true crime girl that does her makeup while she tells true crime stories? What the heck's her name? Wait a minute, let me find her. Danielle Kirsty. I'm going to share her in here. I'm telling you, Nikki, I don't know if you watch Danielle Kirsty or not, but she's if you're into true crime, some people aren't. But this girl can put her makeup on while she's telling stories of true crime. And let me tell you, she is spot on. Her makeup is beautiful every time she does it, but it's the way she's telling you the story and she's doing her makeup. I would so mess my makeup up. I can't talk and do makeup at the same time. And she does awesome looks. Let me get Tim's channel in here. I can't remember if I posted Joni's too. If I don't post your channel, give me a shout because sometimes I forget. But she does amazing looks. I'm telling you, her makeup is beautiful. And it's like when you see somebody and they, and their face is like plain and then they do this look, the looks that they do, it is so artistic to me to see their face change just like a canvas. It's just on Nikki, she did the most incredible gothic look. I don't know if you caught my comment or not. She says, I don't know what you name it. I call it Elvira. She did an Elvira Nikki look. It was awesome. Okay, let me get Joni's channel in here. And at the beginning, I shared out Coolicoy's link and I shared out James's link. Great ways to grow your channel. It is. It really is, Joni. But she did a goth look. It was beautiful. And Nikki, you got those eyes. Your eyes are so dark, woman, that she just pulls off the most incredible look. Here's Joni's channel. She did. You looked like Elvira. But it's cool because the way your hair has that streak in it, you totally pulled that off. I mean, totally. And it's funny because I just had my hair cut. And when I was younger, I have like a bland brown hair. And for some reason, I have red highlights. Like I have best of all worlds. I had a blonde streak that would come out in my bangs. Excuse me, because I would be in and out of chlorine and laying in the sun. And every time I would go get my hair cut, people would swear I dyed my hair. And I'm like, no, I didn't. It's not dyed. It's from the sun. It's a natural blonde streak. Well, that blonde streak, it right in my bangs, turned white. When COVID happened, I decided I was going to let my green color come out. Well, what's funny is one of these days I'll get my cam turned around. I'm trying to figure out how to show my face at the same time that I'm doing my craft so you could actually see me too. But my hair is growing out with the white streaks mixed into the brown. I don't have the dirty gray, and it looks like I paid to have it done. And it's so funny because every time I go in to get my hair done, they tell me, your hair is like people pay to dye it like this, and it's coming out of me naturally. No clue why. But one of my grandmothers had snowball white hair, and she matched with everything. I mean, she could wear pink, blue, it didn't matter. She matched with everything she wore. And that's what I want. I don't want, the hair that turns that dirty gray color mixed in. So one time I had them streak it blonde to mix it as it was turning until until all the color grew out. So they streaked it, but now it's coming out in streaked whites. And it's really cool. I don't know if I can show you a piece or not. But see? I'm getting the streaks mixed with the brown. It's really cool looking. But I have that blonde streak that was in my bangs is white. It's so funny because my niece has the same thing. She's like, Aunt Tammy, I inherited your hair. Because she has that blonde streak in her bang. But it's just streaked. And it's really cool looking. I love it. Looks different. Because on my Instagram, you can see what let me see here. My natural color of what I look like before is on here. The natural color of my hair. And I'm telling you, makeup changes you. Here's a good picture of where they streaked it blonde and it blended. See how it's blending with the white? That's why they did it. That was one of the haircuts I had. But this is when I started YouTube. I look so different with my hair dyed and makeup. It changes you. It changes your whole face. I feel like I don't even look like the same person. But this is me when I started YouTube. Makeup. That's me with makeup. Completely done up. I had blonde streaks mixed with my brown hair, lipstick in my eyes and everything done to my old self. It's too funny. Somebody made this on Instagram. Isn't that cute? A little cartoon. Hey, Penny. And then it just changed. But it's so cool, though. Here, I could blow kisses at you. But everything's changed, though. It's unreal. Well, thank you, Joni. But I got, my hair is like going gray now and I love it. It looks different though. How much, when you dye your hair, how much it takes off your age, and then this was a recent picture of me and my hubby and my puppy. This is the three of us together, but that's my hair changed over. So this is the most recent picture with my gray hair coming out. Here's my baby. My puppy's been sick. And it's been so depressing. Thank you, Tim. And no, you don't owe me $5. I told you it's going to be Monopoly money. I get to tease him. Tim's always trying to take my Monopoly money. Oh my God. And this is Penny's channel. And just so that people know, I check the about sections of people's channels. I don't know, it's just a habit. There's some people that do buy me a coffee. If anybody wants to tip my channel, it's up to people. I don't expect it because I'm not getting monetized. They can do it because I think that YouTube takes out too much of a percentage. That's just my opinion. I have a Cash App and I have a PayPal right in my about section so people can go there if they want a tip. I know somebody told me that we will soul. Somebody told me that they wanted me to do like Nightbot or something through my stream to put it in there, but I'm not going to spam it. I figure if people really want to tip my channel, they could do it that way. Don't wait till I'm monetized. It's not going to happen. Also, we will be supporting you, but please don't tell people to go to your channel when you're in a live stream. People don't like that because they think it's rude. Like you're trying to take away their people. You can't do that. How come I can't retract their message? Darn it. The channel owner can't even retract messages. What the heck? Also, please retract your messages. How do you delete a person's message? Wait a minute here. Just give me a second because I want to do something. I still can't take their message away. Does it do it if you put them in timeout? Yes. Also, I do not mind supporting your channel, but do not put that in my stream to go to your channel or to support you. The whole point of people subscribing to you or promoting you is for the reason of support. Yes, I did. So he's going to be in timeout for 5 minutes because I'm not going to put up with that on my stream. And there's a lot of other YouTubers that don't like that either. That's a big no-no. I would never go into somebody else's stream and say, hey, support me. Hey, subscribe to me. It doesn't work that way. Good night, Nikki. Take care. The whole point of networking is that people promote your channel and they help you. And then that's your support. Just so you know. I hope he understands or she understands what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. I seen that happen one time when I was in a person's stream that had 8,000 subscribers, and somebody come in and said, "Hey, I'm going live," or "I'm live right now." And man, did that person go off on him. I don't get mad about it. I just tell people. So this dried pretty fast. It's dry already. So that was good. Huh. We'll just have to get better stencils and play with it. But it's just disrespectful to some people, and I don't want somebody disrespecting in my stream and then going to somewhere else and doing it. That's just like me. I don't care if people use emojis, but there's other streams that don't like it. I actually got timed out by Nightbot on a stream one time because I put emojis in the room. And it is a preference. You know, some people that are paid, you know, that are monetized, I guess they don't like it because it's considered spam to them. To me, I don't care what a person puts in my stream, but just to be respectful to other people, you got to learn the rules of every stream you go into because everybody's different. That's just like people don't like it when you beg to be moderator. I saw that happen one night too. Somebody was begging and begging and begging to be someone's moderator, and they're like, "You don't beg. That's like a privilege to be a moderator." At least that's how I take it. But there are rules, and it's called respect. Gotta respect channels. Okay. So back to this. I don't know what I'm going to do to the side over here. There you go. You know, this is how I look at it, Joni. If I was monetized and I chose to be that way, my 2 commercials would either be at the beginning of the video or the end. You know, it's up to the person how they want to put it, but how many times have you been in a good movie and you've been left on the edge of your seat and a freaking commercial pops up and you're cussing your TV? So to me, that's how I would do it. And I do have a couple friends that's exactly how they do theirs. But a lot of times people will only come in and they'll only watch like 3 seconds and leave, or 30 seconds and leave. I think that's terrible. When I do it, I give full watch time, even if I've got to set my phone aside. Say like, this is just me. This isn't to influence anybody. This is just me because my life is so busy. I can't watch a 7-hour stream at once. So what I do is on my like during your likes, you know, you have a list of likes when you hit like on a video or whatever. Because I have friends that are gamers too. So what I do is I let an hour play, especially if it's a gamer or somebody like that or a panel talking. I'll let it play for an hour while I'm doing my laundry and doing my dishes, and then cut it off because I have other channels to visit and other things to do. Then the next day, I will go back to that video and let another hour play. You will get full watch time, even if it takes me a week to get it done. But I do believe in the full watch time. But my thing is, some of the commercials are super duper long. And then you have commercials that are like 30 seconds. I don't know if you've ever been into, you know, you're in the middle of watching and all of a sudden this like 15-minute commercial, and I'm not kidding, about how you have rot gut and blah, 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 blah. It goes into all the scientific stuff. I'm not watching those. If it's, if it's a couple minutes, I'll leave it sit there. But any more than that, I'm not watching longer commercials than 2 minutes. I'm not doing it. It's like another whole show. Hey, Eddie. Let me get Eddie in here. But yeah, you can have let me get this in here. My thing is that this is my question. If you pay for YouTube, you know how they have YouTube Prime? If you pay for that, how do the people make the money off of it if they're commercial free? That's my question. You know how you pay YouTube and monthly subscription and you get free video, free movies and all that kind of stuff too. How does a person get paid if you're not watching their commercials? That's my question. Do they take like the money and divide it up somehow? I don't know how all that works. Well, too, that's another thing, Joni. I don't know. Person's content's got to be pretty crappy for me not to like it. And I have to say this. And I did share these with my friend Sandy. I shared her the links. I go, "What do you think of these?" She goes, "Oh my God." I hit on a video, and I try not to be judgy on people's content, but come on, people. When you do a 3-minute video, I don't care how long it is, and you have it pointed to your ceiling, and all you're shown is either a dirt spot or a crack, and you think that's content, what the hell's wrong with you? I clicked in a video the other day. I was like, what? And I let it play. I gave them full watch of 3 minutes and a crack in their ceiling. That's all you saw. And it was almost like the thumbnail itself was clickbait because it had a baby's face and you think you're going to see babies or something. And it was a mark on their ceiling. Seriously. And it's not a paid, they're not monetized or anything, but I'm not going to sit anymore and watch 3 minutes of dirt spot or a crack in your ceiling. To me, that is not content. And then this one day, I'm sorry, I could not stop laughing. There was a girl and she was dancing. I just couldn't help it. And she looked like she was stoned. Seriously. She was, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't criticize dancing because I've seen some pretty ones, but let me tell you, I clicked on this video and I'm like, what? She's like dancing and she's like humping her chair. And there's a tall fan in the background. And then she disappears out of view. You don't know what the heck she's doing. And you're almost afraid. What the hell is she bringing back to the camera? I thought she was going to grab a dildo or some shit. Seriously. And I was like scared to death. I almost finished watching. I gave her full watch, but all it was dancing in and out of the view. And she was humping the chair. Like she was like grinding it, like sitting on the chair and just moving her ass back and forth. I said that to Sandy and we rolled because that's not content, people. Content's got to be something you're doing or something you're vlogging. But if you're just going to go woo, 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 woo from the camera and then leave and go woo, woo, woo again, what the hell? And I didn't even subscribe to that person. It was a commenter that came and commented on one of my videos, and I go back and give watch time when they comment, and I'm thinking, what the hell? So yeah, I get it, Joni. Sometimes you sit back and you're like, how are they even on YouTube? I don't know. You got to have something, some kind of sustenance, talking to people or something. But those two, that was my weekly no-nos. I don't want to be subscribed to channels like that. So, yeah. One I unsubscribed from, and the other one I was never subscribed to begin with. She was scary. So, you got to take that into consideration. And sometimes when you're in a network stream and you're trying to network pretty fast, I do not like subscribing to channels and unsubscribing. But if I do, because it's so fast in some of the streams you network in, I will go back and watch and be like, okay, I'm done. Can't do it. The only other one, since I've been on here since 2017, there's only 3. 2 that I unsub from, and one I wasn't, was this Play-Doh. They had Play-Doh people, and they were making them hump each other. I'm like, what the hell? And yeah, that kind of went, you're gone. I don't want nothing to do with your channel either. They had like little Mario figurines and something else. I don't know. It was crazy, but I don't want to be subscribed to them either. Al Sol, can you hear me? Joni. Okay. Do you understand? Networking, people making you a moderator, and putting the link into your channel is actually supporting your channel. Do not go into people's lives and beg for support or tell people to come to your channel and watch it or to come to your live stream. Now, if I come out and say to you, do you have something scheduled? And you say something like, Friday at 8 o'clock, I'm having a premiere, that's not a problem. But you never ever go into someone's live stream and try to take people from their channels like that. It's just respectful. It's not being bossy or putting you down, but most other channels will block you for that. So I'm giving you chance number 2. Don't do it. Thank you. So now I'm going to remod you. So you better be a good person or I'm going to spank you with my granny paddle. I tell people all the time, you see this? That's my granny paddle. It's being respectful of other people. That would be like you having a live and somebody coming in and saying, hey, I'm live. Come and see me. How would that make you feel? You would be like, I'm in the middle of doing my live. Why would somebody do that to me? You know what I'm saying? Just a heads up. Hey, John, I was thinking about you the other day, darn it. It's so funny that you're in here because I was just thinking about you and I thought, darn it, I need to go visit her channel. Like a couple times, I kept telling myself, and then I kept getting sidetracked because I have another friend on here who had just had her baby. So let me get Josh's channel in here. Thank you, also. So this is Josh's channel. And how have you been doing? How are you feeling? I need to come over and visit you. But it was so funny because she was a new mom. This was her first baby, John, and she had no clue. She was asking like people what to pack in the bag that you take to the hospital and things you should take for the baby and all this kind of cute stuff like when you had your first baby. So we kept giving tips on what to do. You're welcome, also. We gave tips on what to do and everything for her, and it was really cute because anybody that was having a new baby, she was having some kind of giveaway. I don't know what she was doing as her giveaway. I didn't ask her, but I thought it was cute. You had your baby. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. Congrats. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. She was born at 4:45 p.m. 4:50. I was born at 5 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday. Woohoo! Are you home? Oh, you should see her firstborn. When Jai had her firstborn, she had she had a girl at Dessa, and we did an online baby shower for her because I said, let's have a YouTube baby shower. And we sent her stuff for the baby. That was so much fun. Oh, I bet. What's Odessa think of her new baby sister? You're going to have your hands full now. Wait till they start fighting over toys. I know my girls, oh my goodness. They used to always squabble trying to fight over toys. And it's so funny because my one daughter has 3 girls and 2 of them's twins, but they're fraternal. They're not identical. But they're so funny because the littlest one, I had one of the twins spent the night with me the other night, and her little sister grabbed onto her whole body and she was pulling on her leg and wouldn't let her leave the house. She's like, no, she's my sister. You can't take her. I love my grandkids. They're so stinking cute. But Kylie wouldn't let go of Livia's leg. She's like, no, she can't stay with you, Nana. She's got to stay with me. And she doesn't understand the family tree. And we're trying to explain it to her. And I said, I'm your mommy's mommy. And she says, no, she's my mommy. And I said, but I'm her mommy. She says, no. She's so funny. And I said, your nanny, she calls my mom nanny. I said, your nanny's my mom. And I'm your mommy's mommy. No, my mommy. She's my mommy. It's hysterical. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. My daughter says she's swimming in Barbie dolls and baby dolls. She says the kids get so many Barbie dolls and baby dolls, they don't need any more. I love babies. I think babies are so cute and cuddly. My husband used to make fun of me because I would stick my nose in their hair and sniff them. You know how they have that? I love Baby Magic. Oh, we'll talk about babies because I love babies. But I remember bathing my kids at Baby Magic because you could use it on their hair. You could use it as a body wash too. And it has the best smell. And I would get them in their bath towels and snuggle them up, and I just to their hair. My husband used to look at me like I was crazy. I said, but they smell so good. And their hair is so fine that when you snip their heads, it tickles your nose. I don't know. I'm weird, but I love my kids. I love smelling them. It's probably why I smell everything. I even smelled this before I opened it. I know. I was watching a YouTuber one time. She says, anybody else snip their makeup? I go, me. I always smell everything before I use it. But Baby Magic, there's something about it that just smells so good. Nothing like a clean baby. And I always said my favorite is laughter. And Nikki's son was laughing so hard in one of her videos. He had me laughing. I love the child's laughter. She was doing something with his birthday party, and she said something to him, and he just giggled. I love that sound. It's awesome. It's my favorite sound in the whole world is to hear a child laugh. Yes, that new baby. And my husband, his thing is he likes puppy breath. He gets a puppy, and it's got that smell. And he took my puppy when I brought her home. He's going by her mouth. I said, and you talk about me with the baby's hair. I said, look at you. You're sitting there sniffing my dog's breath. But he loves it. There's just something about it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So I brought my puppy home and I took care of her. And I'm the one that, the mama does the hard jobs and he gets all the fun jobs. And he sat around sniffing her breath until she got dog breath. And then he didn't like that anymore. But no, my dog's been sick. And all I have to say is almost every dog food out there on the market that's made into kibble is junk. Almost everything. And it's so hard to find a good combination of dog foods. And I have cooked for my dog. She loves chicken and rice. She definitely has a sensitive stomach. She doesn't like anything with lamb in it. So we've had a heck of a time getting her a decent dog food. So then you go to Google and you type in the top brands. You get different answers from different sites. And you just don't know what to believe. So finally, my dogs went through, okay, I like it for the first 3 days and stub my nose, I'm not eating it, to having the screaming poops. So it's been interesting. So I decided to study ingredients. And I've noticed one of the biggest pet foods out there is terrible. I already knew Alpo was, but Purina sucks. Their puppy chow was great, but when you get to their adult dog foods, not one bag is any good for them. Even the new one that they come out with that says probiotics, it's all garbage because when you read the ingredients and you see blue one or you see which actually, believe it or not, the blue one dye in anything can penetrate your brain barrier. That is a terrible dye to have in dog food. And another thing is anytime you see byproducts, meat byproducts or chicken meal or anything with that in it, they're not specifically telling you where it's coming from. It's usually junk. You could be getting beaks, fur. You don't know what the hell's in it. And I don't like when the label's not specific. Now, my husband and I did get, it's expensive though. We tried Pet Fresh on her and she really liked just the one with the pulled chicken. And her bowels and everything were really good. But the rest of the dog foods are horrible. They're just horrible. So I was in Texas, Spark. There's Viv. I was in her stream today and I shared a link. And let me get Viv's link in here. And I shared a link to a pet nutritionist that I found on YouTube, and I'm impressed. I am really impressed. So anybody out there that owns dogs, you might want to check this out. And another thing is people will say, oh, I have my dog on Hill Science diet. I've heard people say that too, vet recommended. People don't know this, but they actually bought the word prescription. They own it, believe it or not. So no other dogs can use the word prescription. Isn't that crazy? How could people buy words out of a dictionary is beyond me, but they have the copyright to that word. And it's not good food either. Science diet is for like special needs pets. If you have something wrong with your animal. Alrighty, but I'm going to share this link. I actually have it on my community tab. All right, Joni. Thanks for coming. But I like how this girl ranks her. Let me pull this in. She really does a good job. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get her link here. She has a list and it's absolutely funny. It's called Chef's Kiss. Oh, hell yeah. Cheers, yucky, and pee pee poo poo. Her yucky and pee pee poop list is the worst. The cheers list is you're doing a little better, but still not great. And her oh hell yeah is your best foods. And the chef's kiss, even though it's at the top, doesn't mean it's the best food, but it does something that no other foods do. She tells you all about it at the beginning of her video. And my animals are like my kids. So this is the girl's list. She is a nutritionist. So I recommend to pass this out, please. I've been passing it on Facebook and everything because what she says makes sense. She even breaks down the list for people to explain why the food's the way it is. I love her. And she's not part of any big company. So she can express her opinion and do an unbiased opinion where she's not being influenced. And that's what I like about her channel. Hey, Mark, long time no see. How have you been? I haven't seen Cynthia around either. Now, Mark doesn't have a channel, but I still subscribe to people anyways. I don't care if they have channels or not. So we're going to put Mark's link in here. If he decides one day to change his mind and he decides to make a channel, we have him. Mark's probably down there thinking, you're crazy. I'm doing okay. Not getting much crafting done, but I did have fun playing with something new. I got to play with, where did I put it? I got to play with some hearts, and I got to play with ocean blue stencil butter. And this was fun. A nice way to get texture into your journals. So I only bought one color, and that's what I suggest people to do when they want to try something new, is to buy like one thing and play with them. You know what I mean? Just see if you like it before you go and buy new colors. Because like me with my Nuvo drops, you'll see like 100 different colors and all this stuff, but I only buy the primary, like a small crayon box, because I want to get started with something and see if I like it first. So you don't go hog wild, spend a bunch of money and be like, oh no, I don't like this. And then you own like 50 of them. Well, send her my prayers. And please stop and give your prayers, please, to people in Florida right now. I have a friend I've been keeping in touch with that was down around the Fort Myers area. They had to pack up and board up their place, and they're inland. Like they moved more inland so that they're not in this storm. But I've been watching videos and wow. That's all I can say is wow. This was a really good one that I sent to a friend of mine earlier. If I could find it. That's interesting. I don't know if it's you guys or me or what, but I don't know why Facebook Messenger's been like taking away certain videos and stuff. I find that really weird. Hmm. Let me see if I find it under my liked videos on YouTube. I hate when it does that because then I can't find it. Sometimes I don't understand why YouTube and Facebook and all these, your Facebook especially, take stuff away. There was a live clip I watched, unless the content creator deleted it. Let me see, because I know whose channel it was on. No, it's there. I'm going to put her in here. This is Angel Dominique. I like her channel too. This is a link of what she got as a piece of the hurricane. And it's horrible just watching this small clip. So if you guys want to watch it, go ahead and come back because it's really good. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. Sending prayers and positive vibes. Yeah, we're going this weekend and we're picking out a dog food. And the one that I found from her list that I'm going to try, because she not only talks about the dog foods, but she also talks about the companies that they come from and why some of the bigger dog food chains turn to crap. And what she says makes sense. But she had a lot of really good ones in her hell yeah category. She does canned food, dry food for cats and dogs. And this is one of the ones I want to try that I'm going to be checking into, because we have a local place that carries the moist and or the wet and dry dog food in this. This is what I'm going to be looking into, because my dog has, that was her hell yeah. Nutrisource comes in chicken and rice, and that's what my dog's favorite is. She's not a lamb person. She doesn't like lamb. And she's not a big fan of brown rice either. But I think if chicken's mixed with it, she'll be all right. But whatever is good for sensitive stomachs. And this came up. And another thing, when you're looking up any kind of dog food, don't just look up 2022's list or what's the favorite dog, the top 10 or whatever when you're Google searching. Also type in the name of dog food and then the bad reviews. To ask Google, say negative reviews on so and so dog food. You'll be shocked, because there's one right now called 4Health that's trending at Tractor Supply. And if you go to the bad reviews in 2019, it was linked to heart disease. Do you really want to take that chance with your dog? I don't think so. So sometimes it's good, but I'll tell you the one that really got ripped that was shocking was the Walmart brand. And it was horrible, the feedback. Hey, Tim. Walmart was looking at the food on the shelf. They had really good intentions. They were studying the ingredients of dog foods that was out there, and they weren't impressed with what they saw. So they did come out with it looks good because you can see what all the ingredients are. But it's not. And it's really sad because when I typed it in, it's called Pure Balance. And if you ask, it's a Walmart made food. But when you go to, I deleted something that you put in the comment section, Tim, because I find out about people on my own. I don't want any negativity in my comment section. So if there was somebody bad, I'll find out on my own. That's how I roll. But anyways, the Walmart brand dog food, if you type in the bad reviews on, what did I tell you it was called? I always forget the name of it. Reviews on Pure Balance. Yeah. If you type the reviews on Pure Balance dog food, it comes up under Amazon. Let me get it up here. Hold on. Okay. And this is what you get. You can't see it very clear, but it says customer reviews on Pure Balance dog food. And it says chicken and something else. Okay, so when you open it up, they don't even have the picture. They took the dog food off of the site. It had all these, 59% gave it a 5-star. So you can't even pay attention to the stars. You got to go down and read and listen to this. This is terrible. It's terrible. This woman put deadly. I have a 4-year-old pit bull. I started this brand about a month and a half ago and have been to the vet 3 different times since. My poor pit has experienced nothing but bloody liquid poops and hasn't been himself. I hope y'all get a lawsuit because nobody should have to watch this. Another one gave him a 1-star, made it my dog very sick. This brand made my dog very sick. She was vomiting up both food and water with an excessive bloody diarrhea. We feared the worst. After an emergency trip to the vet and following the regimen, she's thankfully back to herself. Very scary experience. Do not recommend. We didn't see this. And my husband and I had bought her a bag because the ingredients looked good. Well, guess what? My dog could not stop with the diarrhea. So we figured out that's what was causing it. And another one put, this stuff made my dog vomit and have diarrhea so bad it scared me. He only had two bowls in 2 days and he was sick. It was a German Shepherd. Don't recommend. I can't believe there's like bunches of terrible reviews on this dog food. And it is so good to read reviews, especially when the bad outweighed the good one on that one. They were horrible. And we know because that's why she's been sick. So we took what a vet recommends, and it's what I read under an actual vet site. Take care, Tim. Is when your dog starts having those issues, it's better to have white rice and chicken and make them up just like you want chicken soup maybe when you're sick. I know that's one of my go-to foods. So they have you do that for a few days until they turn back to normal. And then once they turn back to normal, then you can start them on another dog food. That's what they recommend to where, you get rid of the stomach ache. And I'm telling you, she wore me out. The day before yesterday, Viv, I kid you not, and it was this food. That's the only thing we changed. She was running to my bed, and she already has a hurt leg because something to do with arthritis setting into one of her legs. So she was limping, and we had to take her to the vet for that. And then she was literally coming to my room and laying her bed like, Mom, I got to go. Like, I got to go now and I can't hold it. She was running to the door. All I had to do was say, Rhodey, go potty. And I mean, every half hour, that poor baby was outside with the diarrhea. It was horrible. She literally wore me out. I was exhausted. That's why I haven't been doing any uploading of videos lately, because I've been so concerned about her. So we took and we just bought Blue Buffalo canned, which is still not the best on the market, but we've had her on Blue before. But the food she had, because she went from Purina Puppy Chow, which I'm not going to knock their puppy formula, because their puppy formula is really good. But when she became a dog, we put her on the Purina One with the Purina One can, because we mix. Well, she kept chewing on her paws all the time. And I watched a commercial that somebody did. If your dog's chewing, it's usually something from the inside out. So I started reading the ingredients on her stuff closer, because it had good stuff in it, but then this meat byproduct was in it. And I don't know what that is. And when you look up meat byproduct, you don't get an answer. And I don't like not what's knowing. So we think she was having the itchy part from that food. So we switched her to Blue and took her off the Purina, because they tell you when you go to switch your dog to do it a little bit at a time. So we gave her the canned Blue, which, you got to pay attention to their poop, people, and it's still mushy. Even though she doesn't have the screaming poops anymore, it's still mushy. You don't want a mushy poop. You want it to be a little normal. And the Blue is, we're okay with it. It's not the best food, but it's not the worst. And we already had it. So we went ahead and that's all she's on right now, to give her stomach a break. It is, Mark. It really is. And you wouldn't believe how many dog foods it's on. And actually the best dog food that we carry on our market comes from Canada. Because Canada has more stringent rules to what they put in their food, where the United States doesn't. Too many things passes through us that shouldn't. And I know that's why we have a lot of obesity here too, of people being overweight and stuff, because they're passing things they shouldn't be passing. And how you can tell the difference is, okay, I'm in my 50s. I've seen a big difference. When I was a kid growing up, you couldn't leave like cottage cheese in your refrigerator very long, or it would spoil really fast. Like you couldn't have a container of cottage cheese past 5 days, or it was spoiled. Now it never spoils. And they've been putting stuff in our foods to give it longer shelf life, probably because stores and stuff are having losses. And I think that's what's causing these problems for people. That's why people are having obesity issues, not because they're overeating. It's what the hell they're putting in our food. And when they talked about these, ranches or farms or whatever, they're mass producing too fast, and they're putting hormones into the animals. That's what's causing these problems. I'll tell you that right now. And it's sad, because if you don't grow your own garden, if you look at the people like, the Amish and people that do their own food, you don't see this obesity problem like you see with people that don't do their own stuff. Because face it, when you go to a store to eat an apple, all you're getting is an apple. It's got one ingredient. And I know a friend of mine, my daughter worked with a friend of mine's brother, and he won't even go to the grocery stores unless it's just organic stuff. He orders everything online, because he said, I don't buy anything I think he will not eat anything that has over 8 ingredients in it. That's how strict he is with his food. And he's a beanpole because he doesn't want all this extra garbage that's out there in the food. So he's very strict on his intake. And if you have that kind of discipline, amen to you. Because the problem over here, the bad stuff is cheap, and your stuff that's good for you is too expensive, because people are buying the garbage over buying the good food. But it's very interesting what you learn when you pay attention to what people say. Yep. My cats, I had 2 cats, Mark, and they would run through the house when they would hear that can pop open of that tuna buddy. Whoo, they were right there. But my cats lived to be 21 and 22 years old. They were raised on Meow Mix, which is not a good food either, I found out, because it's got a flavor in it. And if you see anything that's flavored, that's not good either. It's got to be the natural flavor, not a flavoring. And they ate Fancy Feast, the moist cat food, when they became seniors. Now, the dry food she put down, I don't know what she said about the canned food. I can't remember. But we had them on the canned food to make it easier on their teeth as they got older. But my cats lived to be 21 and 22. And let me tell you, they love chocolate ice cream. I had a cat that would literally pull a Frito from you into her mouth. That's how much this cat loved Fritos. And she loved barbecued chips. And I didn't give it a lot to her, like excessively. But when she would hear that bag clear across the house, buddy, she was right there on top of me wanting my chips or whatever I was eating like that, because she loved it. And I'd give it to her. I gave her barbecued chips and Fritos, and hey, they lived to be 21 and 22 years old. So I must have did something right because they had great health up until age, of course, but it's crazy. But I told my husband I never realized how hard we were on dogs. Dogs are more sensitive. Like I remember as a kid, and it's what you're taught. You know, my mom and dad used to take out leftovers after Thanksgiving and they would feed it to the dogs. I didn't know that onions and garlic were toxic to dogs. I didn't know that. Chocolate's toxic to them. We didn't have the internet back then to look this stuff up. And that was something that was all over my neighborhood. That people would, give scraps on top of dog food. We would buy what was on sale. We never paid attention to ingredients when we were kids, back when we were younger. I can't believe how bad the food's gotten, though, because dogs are more sensitive than cats. Seems like cats can have anything, but dogs can't. And I wish vets would put out a pamphlet in their office giving you a toxic food list. You would walk into a vet's office and they would have like Advantage or things you could buy for your dogs. Why don't they have a list of toxic foods for your cats and dogs where you know better not to give it? It's crazy. I just wish they would. All right, Viv, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping. But I don't know. I just feel like it's just sad. Aww, I'm sorry for your loss. That's so sad. I hate when people lose their babies. I feel like they're not with us long enough, especially dogs. I feel like we just don't have them long enough. But I don't think I've ever had a dog live to be 16. All of our dogs died younger than my cats anyways. My cats were the longest I ever had that lived with us. But all I know is, it'd be good to find out what is good for your animals versus what isn't. And I think it's an education, I think people need to be more educated about their pets. So when I found this nutritionist, I like how she broke it down and I like her opinions. And she even had people come at her in her comment section, like, who gives you the right to say this and this and this? And she says, hey, I've had 3 years of study. And I don't blame her. Somebody needs to do it. That's my philosophy. And being a pet nutritionist, she's going to study. And that girl studied. She says, call me a nerd or whatever you want to call me. but she wanted some answers. And I'm glad that somebody took the time to do this. And I haven't really seen if there's any other YouTube channel that does what she does, but that makes her content special to me. Because I like that somebody has taken the time to do this for dogs. I like it very much so. Move this over for a second. I think it's great. Somebody needs to help us take care of our furry critters. And she's doing a good job, so. I will be watching her channel more and more. And somebody else even asked her to do what is good treats for your dogs too. What's a good dog treat? Because I know even the dog treats that I had mine on had byproduct in those too. And then she explained the difference between your moist meat and your kibble, because she said your kibble, a lot of times, you just got to watch her channel. She's very descriptive of how she talks about how things are processed down and how they're turned into, like, where they ground stuff and they kind of lose some of their, if you ever heard, like, where you cook certain foods too long and stuff like that, that it actually loses the nutrients. Well, that's what happens to dogs' food when it's turned into kibble. Like, it actually loses some of the nutrients, so you're not really getting it. So there, I turned that piece into one of my coffee dyed journaling thingies, hickey jiggers. So that's done. And I got to figure out, I'm waiting for something to come in the mail so I can finish this. And then this is done. I just need to put this into a pocket. So probably next week, I'm going to make some tuck spots. Maybe like a couple more. And I definitely want to finish what I want to put on the ends of these too. I'll have to decide. I'll have to look at my punches and see what I have, because I want to decorate those. So today we got this decorated. Just a little bit done. I don't know if I want to embellish this too much more, because I don't like to over embellish. I want whoever gets this to have a nice place to write or glue or whatever they want to do with it. So I want to leave some blank pages too. But I think it turned out cute so far. I think it's cute. Love this lace. And maybe add some charms. I'll have to look at my charm collection and see what I got. All that's downstairs. But anyways, I hope people actually look at the link that I posted for the dog foods, because she is very good. The girl that did it is very good. Tonight's the first time I'm live on my YouTube, Facebook. I don't know why. That's interesting. I don't know how people are supposed to see comments and all this kind of stuff on here because I don't see anything. Everybody might be in bed though. They can watch it later and comment. But I wanted to see what it was like to go live in both places at the same time. So hopefully somebody will get to see my video on YouTube or Facebook, I mean. That was because this is different for me. I never go live in my Facebook group, so I'm glad I did. Something new. But she's really good. She really is. I was impressed. And I don't even know how I found her channel. I just know I kept Googling all kinds of stuff about dogs, and I don't know where she came from, but I'm glad I stumbled on her. YouTube channel because now I'm going to watch it. I sat the other night and watched 5 of her videos and how she compares her food. Because it's very interesting how she breaks it down. I love her list. Her list is funny. But one of her biggest things she explains is how when you have, you start out a little smaller and you might have a ranch and you might, make like 100 bags of dog food or whatever. She says, but then as you start to grow and your food becomes popular, then you need a bigger place to market it. And she said, and then sometimes it gets so out of control, like Purina and stuff, where they outsource. And she read this one bag. It was printed twice. Meat Byproduct was on it twice. And she's like, either this is a misprint or they're getting it from 2 different sources. And I find that sketchy. But I like how she sticks and she'll say, this is my opinion, but she breaks it all down. Even the companies that she don't go into detail, like how many times the companies had recalls. So she'll just say, because they're bigger marketing and they're not, they get recalls too. I'm sure because maybe things are outdated or things aren't, made good enough because the company's so big they can't control their food anymore. That's why a lot of people like the small, ranchers that do it because they seem to do better. So I thought that was really interesting how she explained that too. Hey, Tina! I was talking about dog food. Me and Michael have had a sick poochie. And I found a really cool channel on here that I posted the link earlier to. See if I could get her channel. I'm going to post her again. I found a dog nutritionist on here, and I really, really love the way she breaks down canned dog food, dried dog food, cat food, and everything. And her list is absolutely hysterical. She has a poo-poo yucky list. Here she is. She's her thing is the tattooed dog trainer, but she's also a nutritionist, and she doesn't belong to any big companies, so she can give her unbiased opinion. And she talks about all the dog foods out there that's terrible for our dogs because we switched to a new food here recently because it had better ingredients and it was a terrible dog food. Because it looked better, but it wasn't. But once she broke it down, then it made sense. Because dogs just seem like they're harder to feed than cats. Like, I just feel they are. They're more sensitive. And she wore my butt out. That's why I haven't been uploading any videos, because every half hour I was running out the door because my poor puppy had the screaming poops. And she talks about all this stuff, and I really like her channel. So we're getting ready to we put her on Blue Buffalo, but Blue Buffalo is not even the best, but it's good. It falls under her good category, but the main category you want to pay attention when you listen to her is her oh hell yeah. And there's a dog food we found under that, but we're going to wait till he gets paid Friday and we're going to go pick it up. But right now she's strictly on the canned blue until we can get this other food, because we don't want to switch her on to anything else until we go shopping for this food, because it was on her oh hell yeah list and we're going for it, because I can't have her being sick. It drives me nuts. She was on Purina and all of Purina mostly, except for their puppy chow. All the adult Purina is junk. It's just no good. And she was literally, we've had her on this food almost since she came off of her puppy food, but she's been like eating her paws. Like she's constantly chewing on her paws, constantly fur. We know she doesn't have fleas because she goes to the vet monthly. She gets the chewable thing, and come to find out, the dog food, something in the dog food's causing her to chew her paws. And there's a commercial out. The girl that played the blonde in Grey's Anatomy at the very beginning, she loves dogs, and that's her love. And when they own a thing called Badlands Ranch, and she made everything from scratch and talks about the consistency. There's a commercial that I caught actually on YouTube, and it talked about the consistency of your dog going to the bathroom, their poo, and if they're biting their paws. And her investigation, because she's been at this for years, said, because they rescue animals and things, said that let me see if I can find the commercial, because the commercial's really good. It's very detailed. Her name's, I don't know if you remember her or not. Her name is Catherine Heggles, Badlands Ranch. And I caught her commercial and it made me think, because she has had that same problem with her mushy poop and her chewing. And it's meat byproducts. It's the ingredients that people really need to pay attention to. And this girl here breaks it down. But I saw this commercial that made me do more research. So when you get a chance, watch this commercial, because it's really good. And she was talking about eating grass and itch, itch, itch. And, I've always heard, when your dog eats grass, they have a bellyache. Well, she constantly does it. And she's only been at this period of time when she was going through these symptoms, she was only eating the Purina One. She was eating the can mixed with the kibble, and she kept eating grass. Actually, she had a bellyache. She's had mushy poop. She's had, biting at her paws all the time. And Catherine points out that's something internal. It's not something on the outside, something internal. So we started watching, broke down the ingredients. I wrote it down off of the Purina One bag and started looking at stuff. And that's what you really want to study. So when me and my husband hit Walmart, we hit Tractor Supply, there's no food there that's any good for your dogs. The best place to go is Petco, PetSmart, or Pet Plus Supplies. And we have a Pet Plus Supplies near us. So or Pet Supplies Plus, whatever it's called. We're going there because I know where it's at. It's not far from where we're at. And I told him I want to go and look for a specific type food. And she gives a hell yeah list, this nutritionist in the other link I shared. And that's how you find out what your best dog food is, because she breaks it down, and she not only talks about the companies and why it happens, she talks about every single product that's in your dog food and the things that you should look for. And so we found one called Nutrisource that we're going to check into. There was a couple of them that we like, but it just depends on what they have available. But I think we're going to go for the Nutrisource first and see what happens. But the best thing to do is only get a bag and make a couple cans if you can get away with it, and test it first. And they say to do it gradually, but we're not. We're just going to throw her right into this food and see what happens, because I don't want to gradually take her off of something that is not the best food for her anyways. So what difference does it make? And we did buy the Pet Lab vitamins for her, and we stopped everything until this diarrhea spell come over, because she's on medicine for arthritis because she's got a hurt leg too. But we've been through a lot with her the past few weeks. And my poor baby. And she's only going to be 6. So she's not quite senior yet, but she's going in there, and I think one of her legs might be getting arthritis already. We're not sure. But she likes to jump up and down off of stuff all the time. So I had to stop her from doing that, because she'll jump on the bed, jump on the couch. She's a jumper. But I had to stop her from jumping on things because I had to wait for her leg to get better. She's walking on it, but she still has a limp. There's Hubby. You're off ignore. He was blocked last time he came in here, Tina. He's like, why aren't you answering me? And I go, what? I didn't even see your text. And here he was in my block on YouTube. See, I was talking about my hubby, and there he is. But anyways, I was telling about what we've been through with Roni. And I gave the nutritionist link for people to study, and the Badlands link. That's really cool, because the Badlands link, believe it or not, that commercial is very beneficial. She put a lot of vitamins, but they do say that sometimes if your dog's on a bad diet and you stick them on probiotics, they can have the runs before it gets better, because it's almost like the probiotics are flushing their system. Does your hubby do that to you, Tina? But I just want what's best for her. So this weekend, hopefully, we will pick the winning food, because she's so particular. We tried her on some of the top ones, and she's like, okay, I'll eat this for 3 days. And then she snubs her nose. So that's another problem too, is finding what she likes. But we do know she does not like lamb. She likes chicken and rice. So she's my baby. She's not your baby. She's mommy baby. And we had a storm earlier, and we started getting thunder, and she started running towards me again with her post-traumatic stress disorder. So I had to give her 2 of the Thunder Wonders. So she's been sleeping, but I can say her bowels were a little better today compared to yesterday. So it's getting there, Mike. I just hope this new food pays off, because if it doesn't, I'll cry. But I want to see how she does. But he argues with me. I said, she pretends to be his baby, but she's really mine. Who does she run to when thunder happens? Who does she run to when she's in pain? Excuse me? She doesn't want daddy. She wants mommy. Whenever she's not feeling good, she runs to mommy. So she's my baby. She just sleeps. She just likes to cuddle with Mike. She likes sleeping right up against him and stuff at night, but she's still mommy's baby. She was with him one night, and I was sitting in the guest room reading a book, and she was all cuddled up to him in bed, and as soon as that thunder hit, buddy, she was out of that bed and where I was in the next room, because she had to be with me. And he can't deny that, because if he does, he's fibbing. Look how nice my book looks. Tina, I do the same thing. We don't have a speaker thing in here. So my husband will be clear across the house. I do the same thing. I'll call his friend. He'll go, "What? What do you want?" He's mean. And I'm like, I don't feel like hollering. I think it's the best way to contact is either text or call. I like the feature of a cell phone. Could you imagine if we had to go back to the stage where there was no cell phones? Oh my God. I remember calling home and getting a busy signal, telling my mom like I was on my way home from somebody's house and I was going to be late because it was dark, and it would beep, beep. There was none of this call waiting, and you had to wait. And then I'd come in the door and she'd be like, "You're in trouble because you're." I said, "Mom, I tried to call you. You've been on the phone." I said, "Don't even go there." Could you imagine these kids with trying to have that kind of patience in this day and age? They would never make it. I think it's sad that payphones are diminished too. I remember all the phone booths that they used to have. Michael, answer the question. Who does Roni come to when she's hurt? Answer the question. Tell the chat. That's funny. That's hysterical. Mike, can you hear me? Exactly. See? He told the truth. So whose baby is she? She's mommy's baby. No, she does. She loves us both, but she runs to me every time she's in pain. She's like, "I want my mommy." But daddy spoils her. He has her Frosty Paws with her. She likes her Frosty Paws. And if you don't know what Frosty Paws are, they're in the ice cream section at Walmart or some other stores. And they have a little dog on them, and they're called Frosty Paws. And they are the best snacks ever. They don't like have any smell to them or anything, but they come in like one of those little kid ice cream cups. And you peel the top off, she goes to town. Whatever's in them, she loves them. And a friend of mine whose husband's a vet, that was how I found out about Frosty Paws. She said that she would share Frosty Paws with her dog, and being a wife of a vet, you think she would know a good snack. And I'll tell you, she loves her Frosty Paws. Michael gives her one every night when he comes home after he eats his dinner. Well, she can be daddy's snuggle bug, but she's still mommy's baby. She's my cuddle bug. She just likes you because you have the fuzzies. She likes the fuzzy blankets. And she's waiting for daddy to come home. As soon as she hears the door, I tell her, "Sick him, Roan," and she woof 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 all through the house because she knows he's home. It's funny. Hey, John. It's comical. And how are you? Are you having a good night? So I really don't have anything left to do to this tonight until I get this stuff to put this in. I got to figure out what I'm going to stick this in. What should I stick this in? Maybe put like a pocket here or something. I need to put some kind of pockets right here. I just don't know what. Maybe put something. You know, I wonder if anybody would like to have like a library card. I don't know if I have any library cards in a lighter color or not. Either that or I have that and I could stick this in it, or put this maybe in the back if a person wants extra journaling. But I think this is so cute. That was my dyed pink paper. But this will be added somewhere. I always debate on the covers. Like I never know what to do on the covers because I like the way this looks. So I don't want to cover it too much. I don't know if I have a piece of what would look pretty here would be craft paper. I don't know if I have any craft cardstock or not. Or let me see something. I wonder if I took let's see what this looks like. Sometimes it's just fun to wing it. Would that look pretty there? Or do you think it would take away from the book? I don't know. Maybe like, I'm thinking. I don't know if that would look good though. I don't think I have like a solid, let me look in here, solid darker color. I need like a brown. I think black would be too much. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Because I really don't have any black in this, but it would be pretty. Let's try this. That is actually not bad. I want to put that over. Right here. Maybe I will just do this. Come on. Come on. Stay still. Like our glue likes to move around on us sometimes. We could do that, and let's do this. I have a little piece of this laying next to me. I could do this too. Get off of there. Where in the heck is my... I must have put my Fabri-Tac downstairs. I'm going to use clear for this. Oh, I put my glue in all different places in the house and I can't find it. Come on. I like that there. We'll let that dry a little longer. Okay. Come on, glue. Come on. Come out. Darn it. There we go. Do this. Okay. Those are my lethal scissors I keep cutting myself with. So I have that there. If this is a sticker. Oh, it is. I think. Maybe. It is. Yes. Okay. Peel that back off. And I'm going to add some glue to this anyways, just to enforce it. This right here. It'd be cute if I had some of my flat back hickey chickers up here. I don't think I have any. Look in here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. But look over here. Ooh, yeah. That's one thing that's nice if you don't know when you have stuff near you. We'll use this because this will be pretty. Put this up here in the corner. Maybe we'll do 2. Probably got too much glue on there. Scoop this up. Ugh. There. And then just to give it some color, put these here. I like it. I like it, like it, like it. You never know what you're going to have. Oh, Koi! Yay! Oh, you're not even getting to see what I'm doing. It is about time. Gotta get him as a moderator in here. And hey, Lady C. All right, Tina. I'm so happy you could come in and visit. Let me get your channels in here. And how are you doing this evening? Let me get Lady C in here. I posted your link in here earlier. Let me get you in here. I'm going to post him again. You're quite welcome, and thanks for coming. He's always got so much energy. He's another great networking channel. Let me get you up here. I'm glad you get to come in. I'm so excited. I always come in your stream and pick on you till wee hours in the morning. But this is what I do. I create junk journals out of books. Take the books apart. And then I sew the signatures back in. And people can either use this as a writing journal or a glue book or whatever they want to do. And this is Paris themed. So I'm going to let this dry. And this is my dyed paper that I put into a booklet. And this is going to go right here. I always make sure that I have this done. And then once I'm done, I can put the corners on the edges of the books. And this one here will probably be silver. But that turned out really cute. And there's a little intro booklet. And then I'll have to find something to stick back here. But these are all the cute little things that I make. This one here's got beads. And that's a tag. This on top of this is a napkin. And I took the layers off. And then I put it to where you could see the words coming through the napkins. Romantic Paris. Now this will come up for sale. This book will. And then my journal is completely different. I made 2 Paris ones, and this is the one I'm keeping. Mine is more plain because I like to write in journals. I love to keep journals. So mine's going to be a little bit more plainer. It's got a little bit of lace pockets and decorations. But this is what I do. I own a used bookstore. I do crafts. My channel's a variety channel. And then I made this little booklet to go in the other book, but I'm waiting for, I have Velcro. This is out of Book Pages. And I'm going to put something in these, and then I'm going to Velcro this and put it in that other book too. So that'll be another piece that goes in that book. But I think it's safe to put the corners on once I get the back of this done, because I don't know what I'm going to do in the back of this yet. And then, but like the corners will go in the front I can do. So we'll take this. I don't think I have my pliers up here though. That's okay. So I picked 2 of these and I put one here. And then when I get my pliers, I can squeeze it into place better. But this will go here. And then this one will go down here. And that'll be like the finishing touches for the books. But I don't have any pliers up here. Could probably use my scissors. We're going to cheat. So we'll take this. We're going to use these scissors. See if this will work. Probably not. I'll have to get pliers. It won't work. My pliers are downstairs. I didn't think to bring them up. Oh, well, we'll do that another time. We'll leave it. But that'll be done. And then this is what it'll look like when it sits up. I'll get my pliers when I get my charms. I'm going to hang some charms off of the lace. And then this will be the finished product. So see, this is what I do. I don't have any music and I don't bounce around. But this is what I do very quietly. I'm always afraid to play music because you never know what's copyrighted. And I never want to get in trouble because over here, you always get in trouble for music, it seems like. I had a friend one time that played music that was YouTube approved and still got in trouble. And I got to play with a new product tonight. It's called Stencil Butter. And it's a real pretty blue. But Kulikoy's channel, I think that's how you say his name. Kolikoy. Kolikoy's channel is a lot of fun. He plays music and he's bouncy and he shouts your channel out. This is what I played with tonight. This is the stencil butter. Look how shiny that is. So that was fun. All right, Mark, you have a good one. And thank you for telling Cynthia. I hope she gets better. It's great to see you. So we have Mark in here from the UK. We have Kulikoy in here. He's from the Philippines. I love it when different countries are in here. I think that is so awesome. And thank you for the compliment on my craft book. Sweet dreams. You know, it's so weird how YouTube plays with your numbers. Last night, when I left your stream, Kulikoy, I don't know if you're still in here, but I was at 2,910 subscribers. I've been trying so hard to get to 3K. And in a matter of 10 minutes, I dropped to 2,893. I kept track and I lost all those people. I'm like, what? And then today I went into a stream and I always double check. Whenever you're in a networking stream, I was unsubscribed from people that I never unsubscribed from. So YouTube is definitely knocking us off of channels. So I always double check so I can resubscribe. But tonight I went live on my Facebook too for the first time. So I'm kind of happy about that. Oh, I never pay attention to my watch hours because I'm not getting monetized. I chose not to get monetized because I don't want to be censored. And also, I just don't want to. So I told people because I think YouTube takes out too high of a percentage. So I tell people all the time if they want to donate to my channel, they can go to my About section. They can Cash App or they can send money to my PayPal. Hey, Suze. But I can probably look. Let me see. I haven't really paid attention to them, to be honest, but I can look. Let me put Suze's link in here. On my phone, I have YouTube Studio. I only look at the count. Now I'm at 2,901. I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, the analytics for the last 28 days. It says, let me see here. It tells me how many views. It says I had 1,009 views in the last 28 days. I don't know. I can't remember where to find my hours. Hold on. Let me look. Let me look. Okay, subscribe people I have watching my channels. I got 80.8%, but unsubscribed people that watches me is 19.2. Let me see here. Overview. It should say more. Content. Let me see here. An audience. It doesn't say. Okay, watch time. Wait a minute. Watch time from subscribers. It's giving me a percent. Where do you find the hours? Let me see here. Oh, it says watch time hours here. Let me see here. It just says 70.8 in the last 28 days. 70, I don't know what that means. Is that a percentage? Let me check on here real quick. Hold on. Let me look at something else. Oh, Colloquy. I'm an old face. I'm trying to figure out how to do the face in the corner look, but I used to show my face all the time on YouTube. Let me see here. I know a lot of people like to see people, but it's too hard to do that when you're a crafter. I like things to point down to what I'm working on. Let me see here. Go to analytics. I don't know. It just says 2.1. I don't know. I don't know. I can't find it. Used to be an easy place to find, but I haven't really played with it. Let's see here. 48, 73, 42. I don't know. I think one time I had like 2,000 hours or something like that. Oh, I don't know. If they take money, that's okay, Suze. I think YouTube takes a higher percent though. So it doesn't matter how a person sends it. I think I have both of my links in my about section. You're welcome. But I mean, there's some people use a link called Buy Me a Coffee where you could do one time or continuously or something like that. I mean, I probably could link something like that, but I do have Cash App or PayPal is what I usually use. But I know I've been in sales on YouTube, and I know if you send friends and family, I have to pay a fee on my end, but they don't. It's like a change or something. But it's up to the person. You know what I mean? It's up to what the person wants to do. I have a couple friends on here who aren't monetized, that they just rather, if you want to tip them through their PayPal or whatever, you can. There's one lady on here, she's like at 84,000 subscribers. She never came to YouTube to make money. She has her own workshops and sells her own stuff. That's what I do. I usually have live sales or something like that if I want to make some extra money too. I sell like my crafts or crafting items or stuff like that. I haven't had one in a while, since last year, but I had a Quilters estate sale that I got a hold of a bunch of items, and I had a live sale and some crafters come in and bought some stuff. But that's basically how I make my money on YouTube, because I only use Bookstore. So I'll be doing book videos again here pretty soon, because I do book videos too. Just here lately, I've been doing what I purchased, unboxings, that what I'm going to be using in the future on journals. I've been Christmas shopping, Happy Meal shopping for some crafter friends. So that's all I've been doing here lately is unboxings and then these live streams, but I'll eventually go back to my book videos. And people don't have to buy my books. It's just a source that they can look up the books, because I read the synopsises. So if a person's interested, they can even use their Kindle or a Nook to go find the books. I just love books. Whether I have a bookstore or not, I just love them. And I want people to know that there's different types out there, old and new. So it works. I've sold a bunch of books, so I've done good. You want to see me, Kulikoi? Here I am. Here's a picture on my phone. When Corona happened, I left my old lady face come out. I got my gray hair. There's me and my hubby and my dog. This isn't the best camera. When I came to Instagram and stuff, I used to do makeup. And this is my picture when I came to YouTube. I was a lot younger looking. It's crazy how fast time flies and how it changes. How much a person changes. I definitely got old on here for sure. But I used to show my face all the time. This is when I used to do makeup. This is when my hair wasn't gray. I came on here in 2017. So this is my younger face, and then you have my old lady face. People don't need to see me, though, because all I do is craft. There's visual people, and then there's non-visual people. So it just depends. I don't really care to see people's faces. I just like people. I like their personalities. I'm a personality person. So at least you know what I look like. And see, this is where I let my gray hair grow out. Oh, my camera fell. Oh my goodness. I have it up on a claw, like my keyboard. There's Restream. I use Restream when I come on here. There's my keyboard. But yeah, when Corona came in, I was showing them earlier. I let all my color grow out. So now I got my gray hair flecks. But people like that over here, I guess. White hair is the in thing. But I love this journal. I think this journal is so cool. I love the color blue. It's my favorite color. That's why you see me using blue hearts all the time. when I come into streams. Anything else you want to know? Ask away. We can do a Q&A. And here's my little Cookie Monster beanie bag. He sits right next to me. Look at that cheesy smile. Isn't he cute? There's an app called Whatnot, and they have sales on there of vintage items and stuff. Isn't he cute? He's like the cookie bandit. He's going to steal your cookies. He sits beside me. I have a few Funko Pops that I use for decoration in my other room. Met some Funko Pop people. I met a lot of cool people on here. What time is it where you're at? Because I know when I'm able to catch your live is when I'm up late. When I haven't gone to bed till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I see you come on, and it's like, yay! But it's like wee hours in the morning. I don't know the time zones for every country. I know usually the UK is 5 hours ahead of me. Well, I don't though. See, when I came to YouTube, Suze, okay, first off, I've been on the web since 2001. I was a Yahoo chatter and I ran a chat room for 6 years. So I'm not new to the net. I didn't even realize that I was here before YouTube was. But when YouTube came on here, I didn't know the common user could have a channel. We used it in the chat rooms for music. But how I ended up on YouTube in the first place was because of advertising. I talked to a person through Facebook because I'm the only person in my family that ever started their own business. So I didn't know about advertising. So I was talking to a guy through Facebook, and he told me, go to YouTube because there's some business channels. Anytime I ever used YouTube, it was either for music or a how to fix something, because I love construction and doing different things because we flipped our last house. So I was into all that kind of stuff. Well, I was talking to a business guy on here. I didn't have a channel. And he just, in his comment section, he said, why don't you make a YouTube channel and use it as a tool for advertising? And I said, what do you mean a YouTube channel? I didn't know the common user could have a YouTube channel. And he said, yes. He said, you can make a channel for advertising. So that's what I did. I worked 2 jobs at the time because when I built my used bookstore, I didn't want to have any loans. So I paid cash for everything. I worked as a in-home basically a skilled living facility type person, like a nurse's aide. I would go in and take care of people on the weekends. And I built my bookstore through the weekdays. So I paid cash for everything. So then when coronavirus hit, my store got closed, but it was terrible because I just got to the point where I started making money instead of having to spend it. And I learned how to do my own bookkeeping and taxes, which I already knew how to do taxes, but bookkeeping was something new that I learned because I never had my own business. So that was interesting. So it took me down this rabbit trail. So then I started using YouTube just to show people the books and what I had. And I also posted in the Facebook Marketplace. And I have my own structure down to where, like, for instance, say the month of February, because it's Valentine's Day, I will show the whole month of February of nothing but romance books and lots of 10. And then people give me a list of the title and author. And at the end of the month, I mail it through my Etsy. And I put it under media mail where they pay the cheapest shipping because you can ship books media. So that's how I do it. And they can just go right into there and check out. And then I have my own scales and I can print out my own invoices. But to me, what I don't like about YouTube, this is the downfall. I don't see a problem with people using YouTube to make their income. I don't have that problem at all. But once you've been on here and you've heard people subscribe, follow my channel, and subscribe, follow my channel thousands of times, it just gets on my nerves. I feel like people turn into e-beggars on here because I've seen people literally come into people's live streams and say, hey, I need a new roof. I need money for this, money for this. That's all you see is beggars. And I'm a type of person, I don't beg. I have pride. So, and I do get it. I do get it, the paying side of it, and I get the other, but then I've seen scammers on here. I've seen people who are legit. I've seen it all. I mean, I've been here since 2001 and I've been on here since 2017. Nothing shocks me. But it's just, I feel like sometimes I'm not sure what it is, but it's like sometimes you'll see people have like 12,000 subscribers, but they only have 36 visiting their lives. Like, that's crappy. And I feel like a lot of people prey on the channels that are under 1,000 subscribers because they're new. It's almost like once a person reaches a certain length, they get burnt out. And I've seen that happen too. Like, there was a girl on here, she grew her channel by being herself. She was doing really good. And then one day she's on her channel going, what do you want me to do? And I felt so bad for her because I'm thinking, and I told her, just why are you asking your audience? You built your channel by doing your passion. And now you're asking what everybody wants to see, because I think after a time, I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like if a person does the same thing over and over and over again, people just get tired of it and they don't come back. I mean, look at all the shows you see on TV. I talked about this to one of my friends. Look at the shows you see on TV where they'll run for like 4 seasons and then they're dead. All of the ones that make it, like Criminal Minds made it for 15 seasons, and you see all these it's because each show is action-packed, full of something different. Even though it's a criminal show, every single show is a different type of crime. You know what I mean? But then eventually they burn out. And I think it happens on YouTube is the same. I think so many people are on here. That's why I don't conform to one niche, because I don't want to just be a makeup person. I mean, how many looks can you do? There's only so many colors. So to me, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I see so many channels fizzle out for that reason. So I change mine up. You might see me do unboxings. You might see me do book reviews. You might see me do live crafts. And I mess with YouTube's algorithm because I don't want to conform to one thing. I don't want to repeatedly do one thing all the time. And I know, like, when you go into a gamer stream, unless you're actually joining them in the game, I like gamers because I don't do it. I'm not a gamer. So I enjoy sitting for an hour in a gamer stream because that's the only time I see games. So to me, it's exciting because I see like a new game and it's always something new. So I don't, but if I was a gamer, I probably wouldn't want to watch a gamer stream unless I was actually gaming with them. You know what I mean? And I think, I don't know, it's just my perspective on what I see. And I see a lot of people constantly, they'll get monetized and they'll be doing okay. And then all of a sudden they have to hurry up and add a bunch of new people because they're not getting the watch time. It used to be, I remember when I started YouTube, you didn't have to have 4,000 watch hours. As soon as you hit 1,000 subscribers, you automatically got paid. And they stopped it because I don't think they could afford it. That's why they made it harder for people. And they upped the hours because they didn't want just anybody making money. And plus, YouTube's manipulable. I mean, when you can buy bots and they have programs out now where you can buy real people with views, it's manipulative. I don't want to buy people. I don't want bots on my channel or people who aren't really, you know, what they're giving me a view, but they never talk to me. You know what I mean? You have your real grinders on here, and then you have your people that cheated because YouTube is cheatable. There's a Facebook group that has over 10,000 people in it, and it says it'll promote your channel. But if you go in there, they want you to pay for people to come and give you views. I even had a guy that had the audacity to message me through Instagram. Oh, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, you can hit me up and I'll advertise for you. And you pay this fee. I'm not paying nobody to watch my channel. And it's sad. Yeah. And you're not. There is some that aren't guaranteed to be good. You're right. But I'm like a chat room. My whole thing is I like people to have a place to come where they can hang out and chat and they can meet other people. And I don't care to get paid because I don't want YouTube to pay me because YouTube don't have the money that I want. I don't want to make 3 cents off of an ad. If I get paid, I want an hourly amount or a salary. So that's just the difference. I never came here to get monetized. Some of my friends tried, I can't say that I didn't get to a point at one time that maybe I thought about it because some of my friends were pushing me saying, oh, come on, get monetized because even if it's $100 a month, hey, it's still part of a bill or you could use it for your crafts or you could use it to do giveaways. But the more I thought about it, it's just not worth it. I don't want the stress. I come here, it's kind of like, picking up something that you really, really like say photography, and then you go to school for it and they break it down so much that you can't stand it anymore. I don't want to be that way with YouTube. YouTube to me is a place I come to relax. It's a hobby. I can take it or leave it. If I don't want to be here for a week, I don't have to be. I can disappear. The whole month of January, I usually am not here because that's my birth month. And I used to take that time off to do my taxes and stuff and get all my book stuff ready for my taxes anyways. But I just don't want the pressure. And I see people, spending money on recording devices and they go in debt. And then what if their channel don't make it? Then you just spent all that money for nothing. I'm real. I'm raw. I don't edit. I don't have any intros, outros, anything special. You just get who I am because that's how I like to be. Oh, no. I love doing giveaways. I have a blast. I've done giveaways ever since I've been on here. And they don't cost too much. They're actually awesome. And I raised money through my bookstore too, where I helped the local soup kitchen, the Backpack Kid program, and DAV.org, which is disabledveterans.org. I've done funds when I had my real store open and through YouTube. Certain percent of the money that people would spend in my sales would go into donations. And I definitely proved it, especially the backpack program because it doesn't have a link. And I could show where I got a letter from the churches and read it off. No, I don't do for Africa. I do local or you mean giveaways? Oh no, I did giveaways all over the world. I've sent giveaways clear to the UK and I already know about the shipping. I don't care about all that. I've sent to Australia. I've done Happy Mail swaps. I know all about shipping. But I'm okay with that. Me and my husband are not poor, but we're not rich, but we're okay. And that's another reason why I don't want to get monetized because I would rather see somebody that needs to be monetized and we really don't. We're fine. I told my friends the only way I would reconsider being monetized through YouTube is maybe as if I ever made it to 100,000 subscribers, and then I might think about it. But right now, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to treat YouTube like a professional job. It's like I said, this is my downtime. This is my hobby time. But I have seen wonderful channels that are monetized, the ones that do get sophisticated and they have grown very well. As a matter of fact, I mod for one that's about to hit 100,000, and I'm so proud of her because she really did a great job with her channel. She started out and tried different niches until she found one that suited her, and she took a workshop and she's doing really good. And I'm happy for her, because some people do make it. I've seen a couple hit 100,000 and get their silver play button. And it's cool. Like, I'll tell you, one person I really love watching is Locker Nuts. Jack is hysterical. He's great. Like, when I look at a professional YouTuber, I look at a TV program. It's a continual TV program. And like, he doesn't care about negative comments, and he doesn't address none of that crap. He's just here to do his thing. You don't see TV do that either. They could care less about people that send them hate mail. And it's like, when you see a professional, it's really awesome because they have a great intro. They have really cute thumbnails and things like that. And I think it's awesome because they do put the work in it to make it look like a cute TV show. And I do love that about YouTube. But I also love the smaller channels too, depending on what their content is. Sometimes the content is weird, but you get through it when you go in and you watch people's stuff. There's only been, since I've been on here since 2017, there's only been 3 people. Well, one person I wasn't subscribed to and I never did. The other 2 I unsubscribed from because it wasn't content. It was stupidity. For somebody to turn a camera towards a dirt mark on their ceiling or a crack in their ceiling and you sit there and watch it for 3 minutes, I call that a problem. That's not content. And then another person had Play-Doh people doing naughty things that they shouldn't have been doing. I don't call that content either. But I mean, to each their own. And another girl was dancing, and well, we'll just say she looked higher than a kite. Not my kind of content. But that's the only 3 bad channels I've really seen since I've come on here that I wasn't interested. But I do like eclectic stuff. Like, I like a lot of different styles of channels. And that doesn't mean that they come and watch you either. You don't have a guarantee to have a gamer come and watch you because they might not care to see crafts. There's never a guarantee. It's like I always tell people, because you follow somebody else doesn't mean they're going to follow you back. My numbers go up and down all the time. I don't know if it's because they don't like my content or because YouTube's coming off, but that's okay. I like doing the milestones for giveaways because I enjoy the giveaways. And there are ways that you can make your giveaways uncostly. Like, for instance, since shipping has went up the past couple years, there's ways that you can get around that, Suze. I did physical, my 5-year anniversary on YouTube. This is what I did. I had mostly women in the chat room and a few males. I try to benefit everybody, but I had a pink gardening set and a pink tool set I had bought for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So what I did I did those 2 giveaways within the United States. That way the shipping wasn't going to be a lot. Then I told the people who were out of the country, because I didn't want them to miss out, you have to have a Cash App or a PayPal. And then what I did with them was a monetary, because you can even do Amazon gift cards through your email. You don't have to send them a physical card. So that saves you on shipping if you just want to do a monetary giveaway. So that's what I do. So what's that have to do with anything? I do giveaways because I want to. It has nothing to do with YouTube. I would do giveaways through Facebook or anywhere I'm at. What's that got to do with YouTube? That has nothing to do with YouTube. That's my choice. Like every year I would do, except this year I didn't do it, but every year I would do a backpack full of school supplies for somebody's kids that needs the extra stuff. What's that got to do with anything? It's my money, it's my free choice. Hey, Pitbull Mama. I like doing giveaways because I'm a giving person, Sue. So it has nothing to do with YouTube. No, I don't pay to be on YouTube. YouTube is free. You can pay for a Prime subscription if you want to pay for YouTube, but I don't. Everything I do is free. The place I stream from is free. YouTube is free. Just because I want to do a giveaway, that's out of the goodness of my heart. That has nothing to do with YouTube. And yes, the Lord is good because he gave me a giving heart. But anyways, there was a bigger YouTuber on here that actually got me started on doing back to school giveaways because she does one on her channel. But I love that idea for people who couldn't afford it. So I did a giveaway and one of my Instagram people won it. And it was really cool because I get to see pictures of her and her kids opening the gift. And it was awesome. Alrighty. But that's okay, Pitt. You can do it or you don't got to. It's up to you. But I did put some good links in. I put a really good channel in that teaches proper dog food. She's a pet nutritionist. I put a couple places I like to network in. I like their streams. And that kind of stuff. Well, I do everything, Sue, so it doesn't matter. I have friends that are crafters and friends that don't craft. Like I said, this is my hobby. This is my downtime to hang out with a bunch of friends. I choose what I want to do because it's my channel. You can choose what you want to do for your channel. I don't tell people how to be on their channels when I go in. It's their choice what they want to do. But I can say this, if I ever make it to 3K, I'm going to do another giveaway because I like milestones. And another thing too is something I learned a long time ago. We have so many different countries. No, I'm not getting you wrong, but don't get me wrong either. But I have a lot of different countries with a lot of differences of opinions on here. And I know people will come in like I had an argument with somebody in chat one time because I know that sometimes people speak for everybody. Like somebody made a comment here the other day. What the heck they say? Everybody, every male thinks this or every female. I say, don't speak for everybody because we're all different. We're like snowflakes. Everybody has their own opinion on what they like to do and how they like to do it. And that's something I have learned because even though I'm from a small town, I'm definitely not small minded. I actually have a very big mind and I try to take in the whole picture before I make any decisions about anything. But I mean, I'm just saying, I don't speak for other people. I only speak for me. My channel is my hobby. And if I want to do giveaways, it's because I can afford it. If I couldn't afford it, I wouldn't because I like to give to others. Just like when we had Corona and people were short on toilet paper, there were places here that wasn't. So I would tell people if you're out of toilet paper and you need it, I can make you a gift box and send it to you so you have toilet paper. And if not, I can send you book pages because I got plenty of books. And in a used bookstore, you can learn to wipe your ass with pages. My grandmother had an outhouse. I remember the Sears catalog. I'm just saying. But this is how I am on my channel. And I was on a channel one time where there was a guy preaching, because what we say influences people, whether we want to believe it or not. And there was a guy that made a comment in his channel saying, well, if people say that they're not here to get monetized, then they're lying, because that's not true. Well, and like I told him, speak for yourself, because that is not true. You might speak for you and your friends, but don't speak for me and mine, because I have never been here to be monetized. And I know other YouTubers that aren't. And I had a friend who's at 6,000 subscribers who used to be paid, and she chose to turn it off because she felt that YouTube took too big of a chunk out of it. So she got demonetized because she chose to be that way. And then I know another YouTuber, like I said, she's at 84,000. She could care less about ever making YouTube's money, because she has her own crafting style. She has her own workshops that she gets paid for people to take. She makes enough money. She doesn't need YouTube's money. So that's why I said I don't speak for everybody else, because we're all here for our own reasons. Bring out the doll. She's downstairs. Debbie, you're so funny. Debbie likes my damn it doll. I haven't had Stella up here yet. They make a damn it doll. Quilters used to make them. Never heard of it till I bought stuff out of a quilter's estate. It's a doll. They stuff, and every time somebody pisses you off, you smack it on the table when you say, damn it, damn it, damn it. I thought it was funny. So I kept her. Sis. Hey, everybody's welcome here. You're loud. But two, that's when like Colakoi asked me earlier about my watch time hours. I don't know if Colacoi's still in here or not, but it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to get paid. So if people know that, they might think, well, I'm just going to go visit her channel for a couple minutes, and that's okay. You don't have to give me watch time. That's fine. You can. I want people to watch my content because they want to, not because they feel they have to or they're trying to get me money. So some people might not. Think about this. This is how I look at it, and I'm okay with that, because I think of it this way. As your channel gets bigger, you start out with like 20 people, and then you work to 100 people, and it gets bigger and bigger. Where I'm at right now, I have a hell of a time visiting everybody's channel. So if a person says, okay, we have Tammy, it doesn't matter, she gets her watch time hours because she doesn't get paid, and I have like 500 other people that I can watch today, I get it. If they would rather watch somebody's channel that's monetized because they want to help that person, well, go for it. I'd rather you help those people over me. Yeah. Debbie. I can say this, though. I'm sending lots of prayers to Florida because they desperately need it. Oh, I watched a clip earlier and it's devastating. Hey, Bonnie, I started watching your video the other day and I got sidetracked, darn it. And congrats, you made your 3K. I started getting there. I wanted to come in your stream or come into your thing when I was watching your video. I haven't finished it yet, and congratulate you on your 3K, but I get to do it. Bonnie is my sister from another mother. She's my Australian friend. We need to get a phone call one time through Skype. I know, but I started watching your video, but I didn't get there yet. No, I didn't get there yet. Listen, my within 10 minutes last night, I was up to 2,910 subscribers. And 10 minutes later, because of freaking YouTube, it dropped me to 2,893. I was like, talk about tease. But yeah, you got the 3K. When I looked last night, when I started watching your video, maybe it was 2 days ago. I don't know. When I started watching your video, I didn't get to finish it. You made it. Yes. You're at 3K, woman. You made it. You're so funny. Oh, baby, that is so awesome. Congrats. What are you talking about? I've been here for 5 years and I still haven't made it, Bonnie. I'm getting there. Now, Bonnie is monetized. So you got to go check her out. Yeah, you were repurposing wool. That's what I started watching. I didn't get to finish it. You can see where I started watching, but I didn't finish it yet. Here's Bonnie's channel. She's another crafter. She makes some good stuff. And yes, she will lecture us about how a real junk journal's made. She'll tell you, you got to use junk. You can't use new stuff. I use both. I do both. But anyways, I got to show you my latest journal work real quick. This is the one that I'm keeping. This is the one that's going to be up for sale. I'll show you this one. I got to put the corners and stuff on. It's not done yet. This was, I'll show you a real quick flip through, Bonnie, and tell you what I did. This here was a Reader's Digest, and this is what they look like without the cover, which is pretty. And this was a piece of lace. I bought it at a live sale. And this was a lace. I got it at another live sale. So this here was a piece of black. Oh my goodness. Not paper, but the harder stuff. I can't think right now. I'm so burnt out. This was leftover scraps. Cardstock is what that is. This was a leftover scrap cover, Bonnie, and I dyed paper and I sewed it in. I have a couple of Bonnie's journals. I love her journals too. And then, but new and old mixed together. All right. Thanks for coming in. I bought this as a was already cut. This was sold at Pearl's live sale. So I bought this and added it. I think it was a start for a quilt, but I used it for this because I thought it was cute. So I'm just showing you my decorations. This came from, because these are 2 Paris themed journals. This came from a Defy auction. There was another lady that collected a whole bunch of magazine pictures and different things that was Paris. And she sold off what she had left over. And when I bought, it came in this. It's a whole package full of stuff that's Paris themed. And it was buy one, give one to a artist. So a artist got the other one when I got this in an auction, which was really nice because that's a really nice program. So this was out of the Paris, that little pink baggie over there. But I'm not going to keep this in here. I just stuck this in here for temporary purposes to keep the glue from sticking. I got to finish it. You get to see what I got to do for the first time. This here is a recycled. This is a Bonnie. This is a recycled cardboard box. You can use pizza boxes or cracker boxes or whatever. I made the tag through my Big Shot. So yay, yay. Bonnie's going to say, yay, it's upcycled. Yes, stay better, Deb. Prayers always help. Keep me posted. And then this is Sorry Silk. And this is part of a napkin. And then somebody sent this to me in a Happy Mail, so I added it. And then this I use Nuvo drops. And I decorated it. This came from a printable. They have a couple websites where you have images that are copyright free. I got this off of there. It's like a little bistro. So then we keep going. It's my little tiny altered paper clip. There's not a lot of decorations in this though. This was like off of a cover of a book. You could tell where it looks like it was ripped. So I said, here's a journaling card. And then this envelope was cute. It came in the stuff I bought. So I just stuck it in there as a hidden journaling card. I know Bonnie, she likes her upcycled stuff. Then this over here, this was just lace. That was, I guess this was a curtain. So I made it into 2 pockets. And then this is just regular paper that I bought off of somebody's sale. And this was a card that I ran off. Bonnie does cool stuff, though. You should see some of the stuff she does. This is a magazine that I backed with my coffee dyed paper. This was a book page, Bonnie, that I turned into a piece of lace. And instead of having the envelope facing the opening, I faced it away. I thought, I want to use an envelope, but I want to do it differently. So I put the opening on the opposite side to turn it into a tuck. So that was something different. And it's got lace and Nuvo drops and stickles. And then this here is my coffee dyed pages. And there's a sticker. And I did this. And then this here is hidden, like a little hidden sewed pocket. This is a magazine page. I put my dyed page. Ooh, and you wait till you see this. This was fun. I took my needle and I used some of that wax stuff that we use to put signatures in, and I stuck beads on this and attached it to the Sorry Silk. I sewed it and made a little dangle. I know she likes her dangles. And then I had words that says Romantic Paris, and there's a little sticker stamp. And this was another napkin. And then this was a card I printed. I like that though. And then flipping through, I added a little belly band. Now I like doing my belly bands like this, whether they're up and down or this way. I like putting a little thing in here to hold the cards up. So I have Ooh La La Paris. I have another magazine page, which I could probably back that too. I have these as decorations where they slide in the belly band. And then there's a little tuck that holds them to where they don't slide all over the place. I like doing my belly bands that way. And then, I got to use an embossing folder for the first time I bought out of a sale. Look what it did. I have never played with them. So, and then I had this little Eiffel Tower gem, and this was just regular cardstock. Look at that design. So I really like that. And then this was another picture I ran off. So there's that. And that's it. That's all I did so far. And that's what she looks like. I'm going to put I think I'm going to put a few charms to hang on this part of it. And I want to put something in the back Because how I've been leaving, signing my signature, I usually put something in the back of the book and it'll have a flap, and I put the year in my initials and I hide it to where it doesn't stand out in the journal. That's how I've been doing my signatures in my journals. I started with the custom one I did for a customer. But yeah, there's my little Paris journal. Parlez-vous français. Okay, let me read what you said. Oh, so you liked it. Yes. Well, thank you. Yes. But it's beautiful. And I have that blue journal for next Valentine's Day. I'm so excited. I'm going to use that when February comes. Bonnie makes journals and then she'll post a flip through on her channel. And oh my goodness, she did a blue one. And I'm like, ooh, gotta have it, gotta have it. So I bought it and now I have it. And she's in Australia. So, yep, Susan knew all about shipping. We all knew about the shipping. And then this one here is mine. This is a stamped on piece of cloth, and somebody sold ledger fabric, and I only did 2 signatures. And then this is a digital. My blue paper. Look what I played with tonight. I played with, this is called Ocean Blue Stencil Butter. So I punched this out of paper. It was a homemade stencil, Bonnie. I took little heart punches out of a piece of paper I had as scrap, and I made this my stencil tonight to use on my page. So there. And I played with that. And then this here was a napkin that I got, and I put it over a book page. And then this was a piece of lace I had. Of course, I had the lace pockets before I sewed it in. So I did this page. And then this is one of the blue, this little blue, what are they called? Organza bags. And I put this in here. And I wanted more writing. I didn't want a lot of decoration for mine because I like to write more. And this is a die I got that looks like it's a chair and a table with umbrellas for my die cut machine. So I made that to make it look like a little bistro, or however you want to say that word. And look at this. Another embossing folder. And then this was a copyright free image I got to use with a bicycle. But I like having something to look at while you journal. And this here, I just really like this. This was a digital that I had gotten, and I have it stored. My coffee dyed paper. Look at the beauty of this. Isn't that gorgeous? It's inside of a church. These were from Pixabay. You can go to Pixabay and you can get all kinds of copyright free images. So that's my simple book. Well, I'm telling you, they have some good ones. Embossing folders are nice. I actually went to a thrift store and they had a whole bag for like $1. And I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. They're expensive to buy them separate depending on where you get them. But I was lucky. I was really lucky to get, I paid for these embossing folders from a sale, but the other ones, yes. Hey, Maccabee. Macabre? Is that how you say your name? Macabre. Yes, here. Let me get it for you. It's not Pixabay. It's Pixabay. And I'll put the link in for you if you're interested. Let me find it. Give me a second. I do not mind sharing links to things that I use. So let me get here. And you just type in the kind of image you're looking for, and it'll bring it up. And it tells you right on the site that they are free. And they are not copyright images, they're copyright free images. Alrighty, Bonnie, you have a safe trip. And thanks for coming in. But it tells you right on the website all the rules. Macca. Are you going to have a channel, Macca?
Sorry.
When you click on it, says stunning free images and royal free stock. Over 2.6 million high quality stock images, videos, and music shared by our talented community. And when it says that it's copyright free, it means that you are allowed to use them. Hey, James! I shared you out earlier. Do you know Colloquy too? Colloquy James? And Bug Boy? Do you know him? I don't know if you know him or not. Here's Colloquy's channel, James. He's another one that comes on and does helps channel grow. And he's really funny. But I can only catch him like at 4 a.m. So I'm dragging butt when he does his live because he's in the Philippines. I mean, you might know him already, but I really like his channel too. He's great for channel growth. But I put James in here at the beginning. I put Colloquy in here. And I've met some really good people. You can go through and you go to their videos. I wait. How I personally do it, some people would do it when James is during his live, but I want to give James watch time. So what I do is I wait until James's stream is over, and then I go back because sometimes I have to take my dog out to go to the bathroom and stuff. So I know I miss people that I haven't been subscribed to. So what I do is I go back through your live stream, one link at a time, and I visit the channel, and that's how I do the connection. And then if there's anybody I've missed on a break, I can catch up on it. That's how I do your channel. So you get 2 watch times from me, dude. But that's okay. It just makes it easier because I have to do the same thing to my own live stream because you don't have time to visit the channels when you're promoting. So I always wait and go back and do it later. That way they get a view and I can comment. It's easier for me. But I noticed YouTube has been bouncing people off each other's channels because there was 3 channels I subscribed to in your channel. The last live you had, that YouTube had kicked me off their channels. I'm like, what the heck? I just subscribed to these people. the day before, and they are unsubscribing, definitely. I found 3 people today that they knocked me off of. But I was watching my analytics last night, and it was very interesting what happened within 10 minutes. I have a memo pad on my phone, and I was at exactly 2,910 subscribers last night. That's the most I have ever reached. 10 minutes later, I was knocked down to 2,893. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So yeah, there's a bad up and down, up and down. So between the night before last at 4 o'clock in the morning, or last night, or this morning, no, it was this morning, I went from 2,910 to 2,893 to 2,892 to 2,900 to 2,904. It's like a freaking roller coaster. It's funny. I started keeping track recently just to see what would happen, and it's like up and down, up and down. It's like, what the heck? So you definitely got to go in and double check. So every time they network, you always double check every single link that you think you're subscribed to, because YouTube will knock you off. I was modding one night for TPG, and 2 days later, I wasn't subscribed to his channel. It was like, what the heck? So YouTube took me off his channel too, and heck, I'm a mod for him. YouTube is messed up. But anyways, tonight was a lot of fun. I got to play with my new stencil butter, and I got to play with my journals. So I'm pretty excited about how these are turning out. They look good. And I just got to finish this one. I got to get my pliers from downstairs. I got to get my charms for next week. And hopefully we will have this finished. I got to put the corners on. I don't know if I'm going to put something back here or not. I got to put something back in here. But I'll figure it out this week and bring it next week. So that's about it. That's all I'm going to do for tonight. So to the people who come in, thank you for coming in. And with that, whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.